You've been calling it safety, but deep down, you know it's not. It's a rope, and it's burning your hands every time you hold it tighter. You think you're holding on to survive, but you're actually holding on to stay stuck. That rope is stitched with every excuse you've ever whispered when no one was watching, every half dream, every almost, every maybe next time. Let it burn, because if you keep climbing that rope, you only get higher in the wrong direction. You don't need to climb anymore. You need to break. There's a storm in your basement. It's been raging for years. You've called it stress. You've called it fear. But it's not. It's your calling, unanswered. Cut the rope or die lost. That's not poetry. That's your reality. You weren't meant to be numb. You weren't meant to float through days like fog. You weren't born for the blur. You were born for the break. And this is the break. The internal riot. The identity revolt. The scream without sound. The fire that doesn't ask permission. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it like you mean it. Because no one's coming to remind you. No one's coming to rescue you. This is the confrontation between the version of you that obeyed the noise and the one that's rising in silence. This is not failure. This is the fracture before the rebuild. And even in breakdown, the blueprint reveals itself. You've been taught to fear the fall. But here's the truth. You're already underground. And the only way out is through fire. There is no motivation here. There is no get hyped. There's only one match left, and it's in your hand. You can either light the rope or live another year pretending it's a ladder. Abraham Lincoln lost everything. Failed, rejected, shattered, but he didn't hold the rope. He built the bridge with his pain and walked it with fire in his chest. You want peace? It doesn't come from holding on. It comes from letting go so violently that the old you can't follow. It comes from watching it all burn and not looking back once. Stillness is sacred. Even as the storm roars, even as your doubt screams, even now, you are building. Every time you said, I can't, a knot tightened. Every time you said someday, another strand wove in. But today, you don't untie it. You torch it. You've been living in negotiation, between dreams and deadlines, between who you are and who you promised you'd be. And that negotiation ends here, with smoke and truth in your lungs. The rope burns, and you rise. No plan, no guarantee, just the fire of final decision. Because comfort will never carry you into greatness. Only conviction will. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it again. Say it until the voice in your head becomes your weapon. Say it until the storm bows in your basement. You think this is the end, but it's the furnace. And the only way to become unbreakable is to break first. You're not done. You're just finally starting. And the rope, let it burn. Say it again. I'm not done yet. The ticking isn't just in the room, it's in your ribs, in your breath, in your doubt. You hear it like a warning, like a countdown to a life you still haven't claimed. But here's the truth. They never told you. The clock was never real. It was built to scare you quiet. You keep thinking you're late, that too much time has passed, that your chance came and went while you were still stuck in hesitation. But time doesn't steal dreams. Delay does. Delay is the thief. Doubt is the chain. The clock, just the echo of everything you never said out loud. You were never behind. You were buried in someone else's timeline. You were trained to count hours instead of decisions, days instead of depth. But now the illusion breaks. Now the second hand shatters. Now you realize time was never your master. You are. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it again, like the hourglass flipped, and you're the one holding it now. Say it like the past lost its grip, and the future's waiting for your voice, because it is, and it always was. Even in delay, momentum is still growing. That thing inside you that never quit, that whisper that refused to die, it didn't sleep. It sharpened. While you were waiting, it was building. While you were silent, it was studying the storm. Lightning hits the basement now. The storm doesn't scare you anymore. It fuels you. And for the first time, you stop running from time and start running into it. Not like prey, like fire, like the one who makes the hour mean something. Da Vinci didn't bow to time. He disappeared inside it. He worked in silence so deep, the world thought he paused. But in that stillness, he cracked open genius. You want what he had? Kill the clock. Kill the need to rush. Kill the lie of too late. Because this is the truth. There is no right time. There's just your time. And your time is when you decide. Not when the world agrees. Not when it's trending. When you say so. And you say so now. The panic in your chest, that's not fear. That's your future trying to shake you awake. That's your next self banging on the door you've been afraid to open. And this time, you open it with fire in your hands. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it louder. Say it like the clock hears you. Say it like every second you gave away is sprinting back to stand behind you, because they are. And they're waiting for marching orders. You don't chase time anymore. You command it. You don't ask for a better schedule. You create a new timeline, one that bends toward your fire, one that bows to your clarity, one where you stop counting and start claiming. This isn't urgency, it's ignition. This isn't pressure, it's power. This is the second the clock stopped ticking and you started roaring. Say it again. I'm not done yet. The world keeps shouting, doesn't it? Every screen, every voice, every notification pulling at you. You've been chasing noise. You've been chasing validation, thinking the louder you shout, the more they'll hear you. But all you've done is drown out your own voice. It's the noise that's made you weak. It's the noise that's held you hostage. Stop. Just stop. The real power doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention. It moves in silence. It works in the quiet places where no one's watching, where no one's judging. In the stillness, you're sharpening. In the silence, you're becoming dangerous. You're not just waiting. You're crafting your weapon. And when it's time, you will strike with a precision that leaves them in awe. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it again. You're no longer the one chasing the applause. You're no longer the one begging for recognition. You're the one who listens. You listen to the whispers inside, the ones that tell you who you really are, who you're really meant to be. And in the silence, you hear it clearly. You hear the quiet blueprint of your destiny unfolding. Even in silence, you're still building. Every moment you spend in solitude is another layer being forged, another skill being honed. Every second of stillness strengthens your vision. The world can scream all at once. You've learned to listen to the silence, because that's where the real power is. You think it's easy to stay quiet. You think it's easy to stop seeking validation from others. It's hard, but it's necessary. And every time you stay silent, you reinforce your commitment to your own becoming. Every time you silence the chaos around you, you strengthen the foundation of who you're becoming. It's in that silence that the real work happens. The quiet work that only the strong can handle. Nikola Tesla, a man who didn't need the world's attention to change it, worked alone, in isolation. In the quiet, he listened to ideas no one else could hear. He built in silence, and look what came from it. Electricity, a new world. The world is built by those who aren't afraid to disappear for a while. So when they emerge, they are unshakable. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it again. Say it like it's the last time you'll ever need to hear it. Say it like you're no longer chasing the world. Say it like the world is waiting for you to finally stop listening to them and start listening to what you can become. The noise is still out there. The distractions will always be there, but now you don't react to it. You don't fight it. You let it exist, and you go to work. Your silence will speak louder than their noise ever could. Your silence will cut through the chaos like a blade. Stillness is sacred. It's not weakness. It's the quiet before the storm of your own greatness. It's the calm at the center of the fire. It's where all the power is stored, where all the energy is contained. You've been trained to fear silence. But now you understand its power. In this moment, the world is quiet, and in this moment you are building. Every second, every minute that passes without a single word from your lips, you are becoming stronger. You are crafting your next move, sharpening your mind, focusing your energy. The world won't see it yet, but it doesn't matter. The weapon is being forged, and soon they will know. I am the architect of my becoming. Say it again. Let the silence hang heavy in the air, because you're done shouting. You're done begging for attention. Now you're listening. Now you're learning. Now you're becoming a force that doesn't need to be seen to be felt. The world is about to feel the storm you've been preparing in silence. You've chased the fire long enough. You've danced with passion. Let it flare up and burn, but now it's time to anchor it. No more chasing the spark. No more relying on fleeting bursts of motivation. You don't need inspiration to act. You create it. The fire doesn't guide you anymore. You control it. You build with it. You are no longer at the mercy of a flame that can be snuffed out by the smallest breeze. You are the furnace. You are the one who keeps the heat constant, steady, and with that heat you forge your destiny. I am the architect of my becoming. The furnace never cools, even when it feels like nothing's happening. Even when the world tells you to slow down, you keep the fire burning. The spark isn't required for the furnace to stay hot. Your commitment is the fuel. You keep feeding the fire, and it will transform everything. What once was a raw, untamed passion is now controlled, focused power. Every challenge is fuel. Every doubt is fuel. Every obstacle is fuel. You don't need to search for more. You are the source. You are the creator of your own heat. And with every stroke of focus, you're shaping your future. Even without sparks, the furnace stays hot. It's the internal flame, the one that doesn't require external conditions to ignite. It burns because it's meant to burn. It doesn't flicker and die. It stays steady, relentless, constant. You are learning to control this fire. You are learning that your true power isn't in waiting for the perfect moment. It's in burning consistently, even when the world tells you to wait for the spark. I am the architect of my becoming. There is no more waiting for the right time. You don't wait for motivation to strike you like lightning. You don't wait for the perfect moment to act. You create the moment. You forge it with your own hands. Every single day you decide to show up. The fire grows. It's a fire that burns in every hour, every task, every movement you make. It's not about waiting for the right match. It's about understanding that you yourself are the spark. You are the furnace. You are the fire that forges. The fire is yours to command. It does not control you. It does not dictate your pace. You use it to build, to create, to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. The moment you learn to direct the flame instead of chasing it is the moment you gain true power. Stop chasing the sparks. Stop begging for them to come. You are the source. You are the one who chooses to ignite it. I am the architect of my becoming. The fire has no fear of the cold, and neither do you. The furnace doesn't care if the world is dark and freezing. It doesn't care about the circumstances. It doesn't need permission. The fire burns because it must, because it's what you choose. And when the world tries to cool you down, tries to tell you that the passion isn't enough, that it's too much, you just keep burning. You keep feeding the flame, because you know without a doubt that no matter how many winds blow, no matter how many storms come, the fire you're building will outlast them all. Stillness is sacred. Your furnace stays hot, your focus sharp. It's in this quiet intensity, this deliberate action, that your true power is revealed. It's not about shouting. It's not about proving anything to anyone. It's about consistency, about turning your passion into something that can't be ignored. The heat doesn't lie. It doesn't need to be loud. It speaks through your results. It speaks through your progress. It speaks through the strength you've built. I am the architect of my becoming. The moment you stop chasing the spark, that's the moment you understand what it means to be unstoppable. Your fire is a creation of your will. It doesn't need permission to burn. It doesn't need approval to grow. You are the master of it, and you will forge your future with it. The fire is no longer a thing to be admired from a distance. It is your tool, your power, your strength. What you once saw as fleeting is now permanent. What you once feared has become your ally. And now you are forging a path no one can take from you. A path that's been built by your own hands, by your own fire. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You've been standing at the edge, looking back, wondering if you should turn around, wondering if it's worth it to keep going. But today you draw the line. Today you kill the deal with the past. There's no negotiation left. The person you used to be doesn't get to follow you here. The excuses, the comfort, the fear, all of it ends now. You don't bend. You don't settle. You don't make deals with your old self anymore. You've crossed the point of no return, and there's no going back. That version of you is dead. This is who you are now. I am the architect of my becoming. The line is drawn, and it's unshakable. You won't allow any more compromises. No more "I'll try tomorrow." No more "maybe later." That's a lie. The only thing that matters is what you demand from yourself. You will not backpedal. You will not relent. The past is no longer a bargaining chip. The future is yours to command, and you'll stop negotiating every step of the way. You will make a decision, and that's the end of it. No more doubt. No more hesitation. No more second guessing. You are the decision maker now. Even when you tremble, the line still holds. You will feel the fear, but you won't be controlled by it. You'll feel the doubt, but it won't move you. Fear is a liar, and you've learned to recognize it. It's the voice that tells you to go back, to turn around, to reconsider. You don't listen, not anymore. The line you've drawn is permanent. It's a choice you've made, and nothing will make you erase it. Even when you falter, you won't cross that line. Even when it feels like you can't go on, you won't turn around. The line is your boundary, and it is unbreakable. I am the architect of my becoming. You've made your choice, and that choice has made you. No more excuses. No more half-hearted efforts. No more waiting for the world to hand you what you want. The deal is done. You've already given everything, and it was worth it. You don't wait for permission. You don't need validation. You are the one who has the power to make the change. The old you, the one that wanted comfort, that wanted safety, that wanted compromise, they don't exist anymore. That person is dead, and you buried them. Today you walk in the world as someone who has no room for negotiation. The truth is simple. You can either stand in the past and make excuses for why you haven't moved forward, or you can step into your future and never look back. That's the line. That's the decision. And it's not a choice you'll make tomorrow or next week. It's a choice you make right now, in this moment. The moment you choose to stop settling, to stop looking back, to stop making your former self. That's the moment you become the architect of your own life. Even when you tremble, the line still holds. The fear will try to shake you. The doubts will try to pull you in 100 directions. But you know better now. You know that the moment you start negotiating is the moment you lose your power. You know that the moment you say "maybe later" is the moment your future slips through your fingers. You don't wait for conditions to be perfect. You don't wait for some mythical sign to appear. You've already drawn the line. And now you walk forward with a clear sense of purpose, unwavering, unshakable. You will not compromise. You will not negotiate with your future. I am the architect of my becoming. You are the one who decides. And from this moment forward, there will be no more weak choices, no more moments of indecision. The line is drawn, and the future is yours to command. It doesn't matter how far you've come or how hard it's been. You've already made the decision to keep going. You've already crossed the point of no return. There's no going back, and that's where the power lies. In knowing that no matter what, you will not compromise. The past is done. The future is yours. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You thought it was just about you. You thought this journey was just for your own success, your own victory. But as you rise, you realize the truth. It was never just about you. You're here to be the bridge. Your rise isn't just for personal glory. It's to carry others across the fire. You move, not just for yourself, but for everyone who needs to see that it can be done. You step into this mission with strength, with grace, with quiet power. Your purpose has expanded. Your impact is not just your own achievement. It is the foundation for others to stand on. This is who you are now. I am the architect of my becoming. The world needs you to stand tall. The world needs your rise to show that the impossible can be done. But it's not just about being successful for your own sake. It's about being the one who reaches back, the one who doesn't leave people behind. You build your success, not for your own pedestal, but for the ones who will follow you. Your steps carve out a path, not just for you, but for everyone who dares to follow. The strength you find, the lessons you learn, they become the foundation others will stand on. You are a bridge, and that bridge will carry them across. Even when unseen, your steps leave light. You don't always get the applause. You don't always get the recognition, and it doesn't matter. The work you're doing, the power you're building, isn't for the praise. It's for the ones who will walk the path you've paved, for the ones who will find the strength to move forward because of you. You might not see the lives you're touching, but your actions have ripples. Your quiet persistence, your unshakable focus, your commitment to becoming, it all makes a difference. Your steps leave light even in the dark, and the world will see it eventually. I am the architect of my becoming. Don't let the silence fool you. Even when you feel alone, even when it seems like the world isn't watching, the work matters. The world is watching. The people who need you, they're watching. Your strength, your grace, the way you navigate your challenges, it's all building the bridge that will carry someone else forward. This isn't about showing off. This isn't about ego. This is about legacy. This is about creating something that lasts. Your life, your story, your journey. It's a roadmap for others to follow. They will find their way because you showed them how to walk it. When you rise for more than just you. You rise for the people who will one day look to you as their example. You rise so that others may find the strength to rise too. This is not a solo mission. You are not climbing alone. Your ascent is the fuel that ignites the flames for others. Your success is their invitation to believe that it's possible for them too. You're not just breaking through for yourself. You're breaking through for the ones who will follow. You're setting the bar. You're setting the pace. You're lighting the way. Even when unseen, your steps leave light. So keep moving. Keep walking the path, even when no one is cheering you on. Keep pushing forward, even when the weight feels heavy, because your steps are creating something bigger than yourself. The world doesn't always see your progress, but trust me, it feels it. Every step you take, every barrier you break, it builds the foundation for someone else. And you will never know how many lives you've touched until the time comes when they reach out and say, "Because of you, I kept going." You are the bridge. You are the one who carries others. Your strength is not for your own glory. It is for the legacy you are creating. I am the architect of my becoming. Your steps leave light. Even in silence, your impact is felt. You are the one who makes it possible for someone else to cross the fire. You are the one who makes it possible for someone else to rise. This is what you were made for, not just to succeed, but to elevate, not just to become, but to bring others along with you. The fire may burn, but you will stand as the bridge, guiding others through it. Say it again. I'm not done yet. Stop chasing the applause. Stop waiting for someone to notice. The world doesn't need your showmanship. It doesn't need your every move to be seen. It needs what you build when no one is looking. The real work happens in the silence. It's not about the spotlight. It's about the foundation you lay when no one is around to cheer. The true test of power is in the unseen. It's in the invisible moments, the hours of effort that go unnoticed, but they matter. They matter more than any applause ever could. This is who you are now. I am the architect of my becoming. You are constructing eternity, not today, not tomorrow. Eternity. You're not in it for the instant gratification. You're here for the long game, for the legacy that will outlive you. You're building something that doesn't need validation, something that doesn't need to be praised. Every action you take, every decision you make, every challenge you overcome is part of something bigger. It's a quiet revolution, a movement that only you can see right now, but it's real. You're laying the stones, one by one, for something that will endure. You don't need the world to see it. You just need to build it, even when it's quiet. Legacy is loud. You're in the shadows now, but the echo of your work will be felt long after the lights fade. You think you're alone, but the truth is, you're never alone when you're building for something eternal. Every time you hold the line, every time you stay committed, you're casting a shadow that will reach far beyond your years. The world won't see it now, but they will feel it. They will feel the ripples of your choices, of your dedication, of your refusal to be distracted by temporary success. They will feel it when the foundation you've built holds steady under the weight of generations to come. Your silence is speaking louder than words. I am the architect of my becoming. The quiet is sacred. It's not empty. It's full of possibility. This is where your power is forged. In the absence of noise, in the stillness of purpose, that's where the real creation happens. You are in the process of constructing a life that doesn't depend on the loudest moment, the brightest spotlight, or the loudest cheer. You're building something that endures, something that doesn't need to be flaunted. Your legacy doesn't scream for attention. It holds steady, unshaken, waiting for the world to catch up. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to stay the course. You're building the unseen, and in time the world will see it. The world is obsessed with the visible, but you're in love with the invisible. It's the quiet work that builds the most powerful foundation. It's the hours spent in solitude, crafting, refining, that lay the groundwork for greatness. The noise doesn't matter. The world's distractions don't matter. What matters is what you're creating in the silence, the legacy you're forming with every decision, every effort, every refusal to give in to the world's demand for instant results. You're not chasing recognition, you're chasing eternity. Even when it's quiet, legacy is loud. You are more than the sum of your visible actions. Your unseen efforts, they will outlast everything. They will stand long after the applause fades. Long after the applause fades. The foundation you're laying now is what the world will rely on when they need something to stand on. The real world-changing power doesn't happen in the applause. It happens in the quiet moments where the work is built, where the purpose is refined, where the foundation is made solid. Keep building, keep constructing. The visible world will catch up eventually, but you're already creating something that lasts. I am the architect of my becoming. This is where you define yourself, not by the results, not by the praise, but by the quiet, steady commitment to something greater. You're building what lasts, and that's what no one can take from you. The applause, it will come, but it doesn't matter. The legacy, it is eternal. It will stand. Long after the noise fades, it will outlast everything. Keep building. The unseen work is where your true power lies. Don't let anyone tell you different. Say it again, I'm not done yet.